Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Me, Myself and I, the series where you lot get to know me a little bit better. I give you some personal advice from myself, whether you take it or not, that's totally up to you, it's opinionated at the end of the day. But today we're going to be talking about bullying. Now this has been a subject which a lot of people have been asking me to do since the start of this, and it's one I've been looking forward to talking about, but also not looking forward to talking about as well, because I don't really want to get people's backs up and like give them wrong advice and stuff, because it is very very touchy subject to be honest, especially with the age of some people who view my videos, and I remember what I went through when I was younger, so that's the main reason we're going to do it. But first things first guys, you want the Ultimate Team coins, go and check out FIFAcoinstash.com, their link can be found down below, and they have got a super amazing sale on at the moment for the Christmas period. So this one's going to be a little bit negative compared to usual as well, but it's one of them videos where you lot can put the video on in the background, not watch the gameplay if you don't want to, and I'll be obviously reacting to stuff which happens in the game and other stuff like that. Go on, Connor, you're through. So if we can also hit over 3,000 likes this video, that'd be absolutely insane. So anyway, let's get talking about it. And bullying. Now bullying's a thing which is so popular, whether it be in the workplace, whether it be at school, whether it be at home as well. I have noticed that a hell of a lot through my childhood as well. So I'm going to talk about some experiences which I've some things which have put me in the way of the bullying situation, whether it be the bully, because I know I've been a bully to some people, and it's just one of the things you look back on now and would never do. So back when, through my life, I have been quite a big person, whether people call me fat and stuff. I am genuinely fat. I'm not morbidly obese, but I am overweight. And I do stuff to change that now, like go to the gym and things like that. But all the way through my childhood, I was quite a podgy boy, 6'5" as well, so a bit, 6'3", 6'4" at school. So obviously, you become the centre of attention just being like that. And you get insults thrown at you from other people at school, mainly making, trying to make a name for themselves to their friends, to the peers as well, and you unfortunately do become the brunt of it. Now it's not just being fat why I was one of the reasons why I was bullied and stuff. There's also the reason of acne as well. Like that's a childhood thing. So growing up all the way through through primary school, actually, there was nothing really there. Could get called fat now and then. You take it to heart because you're young, and obviously, if you've watched my previous video, you will know how I discussed the stuff about. I've forgotten now. What was I talking about? The stuff where I was quiet and didn't really say boo to a goose and stuff till I worked at Comet and started doing YouTube. Then I started to come out my shell a little bit, but. I was always bullied for being fat. Also, like when you're 16 and stuff, you go through, well, not when you're 16, when you're just a teenager, you go through the puberty stage and stuff, and it doesn't just affect the pubic hairs growing on your genital regions and stuff like that. It affects you emotionally, and it also affects you physically as well, not just with pubic hairs, but some people can get acne and stuff, and that's like a shitload of spots. And he's going to score that in it. Not brilliant defending. You can get a fuckload of spots on your face, and unfortunately, I was one of them people who did get spots on the face, and obviously, I was ridiculed because of it, even though I don't know why, because it's something everyone goes through, innit? Spots, puberty, and things like that. But I never let people get to me, but then again, I'm the type of person who doesn't even talk about stuff, so I don't really have a way to outlet it, so you just let it build up inside you. But I would recommend not doing that. So anyway, going through primary school, I remember there was this girl in my class. She was called, I won't say her name, but her second name was a vegetable anyway. And I did take the piss out of her. I was constantly harassing her, bullying her basically, and that was one of the things I'll always remember. Because I bullied a few people over my time, mainly to get the backing of the bigger people in school, and I would definitely not recommend you doing it, because it puts you in bad stead at school. It distracts you from getting your grades if you want to get your grades, and other things like that. So this lass at primary school, and she had this skin condition. She had like her face became really scabby. I genuinely can't remember the name of it. I really should have done a little bit of research before this video. And I ridiculed her not just because of her name, but because she had this skin condition as well. It was only a temporary skin condition. I do not have spoken to her since primary school, obviously, because she went to secondary school with me. And it's just one of them things. Well, when you're young, you're stupid, you're naive, you think taking the piss out of someone's funny. But I know now that it generally is not a funny thing to do, because as soon as I hit secondary school, I was fucking absolutely ripped by everybody for being 6'5", standing out. Obviously, I did have hair back then as well, and then for some reason I decided to start shaving my hair off and going 0.5. But you've got to think, like, if you're someone who does, like, even if it's a minor insult, like just gently teasing someone, you got to think that other person, it will affect him in some way. Even though, like, on my videos on Twitter, I get loads of a fucking, like, you can imagine the abuse I get. Because I don't. That's mainly one of the reasons I don't actively show my face on my videos. Not because I'm like fucking butt ugly, because I've got a missus and a kid and stuff, and obviously someone in the world loves me, so that's the only thing I'm bothered about. But it's just with people being so young, like the demographic of people who watch my videos is between the ages of 12 and 18, which is a young and can be a very immature age as well. I remember being quite young back then as well, and doing some stupid shit. But with the internet trolls, it's different. It's like, I don't know you personally. I couldn't give, not another. Ooh, that's a nice finish. I couldn't give two fucks if people insult me on the internet. It's just a case of blocking them, really, if they get persistent about it. But I don't care that I am fat. I do something to change it. I'm happy in my life. I go to the gym and work out now and then. Obviously, it takes ages to shift the pounds and things, but it's something I'm working to do, especially in the YouTube scene, because it's not necessary, but it's nice, because you're sat in front of a computer screen all day. It's nice to go and stretch your legs in it and get sorted. So I was bullied for being fat, obese, spotty, quiet, anything you can think of, all the usual shit. And also there was like the people who like it's usually women who did this at school. Like, women used to bully me and stuff for smelling and stuff like that. But I remember I didn't smell. But when someone says you smell, even though you probably don't, what do you go and do? You go and counteract that by slapping on loads of Lynx aftershave and carrying it around in your bag and things like that. And it's just like, this video is just a case of discussing with you lot, if you are a bully, how it could affect someone else's life in a really, really negative way. Because I know of a few instances on the news where people get severely bullied and they go towards suicide, which is like the worst possible thing. You may think your words are not going to hurt anyone, but they do, and they can affect people's lives in numerous amounts of ways. I know of a handful of people who were severely affected by the bullying treatment they were given at my school, that's for sure. And it wasn't really stamped out back then. I don't know how the school scene is now, as I've been out of secondary school for like 11 years, so it was a long time. Lucky I can remember some of the things. And also, it can get you involved in violence as well. Like, I remember taking some words the wrong way, and obviously you're not going to stand for it for a certain amount of time, and I've lashed out. I remember there was this time that this guy said to me, I remember what it was now. He had a pin. He got a pin off a wall, and he goes, "I'm going to pop you like a fucking balloon." And for some reason, I just woke up in the wrong mood. For some reason, I was playing with a double-ended nail. It's like one of them U-bend nails at the bus stop before I went to school. And I went to school with that in my hand, and this guy like instantly said that to me, and I just fucking went for him, and I cracked him in the side of the head, and obviously I could have killed him. It was very dangerous, stupid what I did. and I definitely do not recommend anybody going down that route of violence or anything, because it can get you. Like, I could have killed a guy, I could have been imprisoned, and then that was my life fucked up. But there is always someone to talk to, whether it be at school, and now there's also, so that's basically the school part. I generally can't remember most of it, so I think for the second half of this game we'll just discuss the workplace bullying as well, because obviously when you're 16 or 18 you leave your full-time education, maybe different in some other countries as well, and you leave your full-time education, you go to look for some work, or you go to college and stuff. Now, I never experienced university, I experienced college, as you did hear me dossing about and things like that. So I need to stop passing that ball out with this formation, I just remembered that. I went to work at Booths, which was like, well, it is a local supermarket, and I also worked at a garage where you would think an area with grown men would be a place where there's like, because people can take banter the wrong way. You will have seen that on Twitter and stuff. Some people class racism as banter, and racism definitely isn't banter. And also like personal digs at people, death threats. Like, people think because it's the internet they get away with it, but it definitely is not a place where you get away with it. And I've seen the likes of Stan Collymore reporting people to the police. That was only done recently, and that involved a few people in the FIFA community who did that as well. And it's embarrassing to be a part of the FIFA community when there's people who think they can get away with doing stuff like that, when they generally can. And obviously just desserts, if you're going to be mature, racism isn't an excuse for trolling or anything like that. It's one of them things which are frowned upon, and to be honest, if you met the person in real life, they'd probably kick your head in, because I know I've come to the stage where I'm like, yeah, I would probably fucking kick your head in and stuff if I seen you in real life, but I wouldn't really. So when you go to work, it's a place where a lot of people are working for money. That is mainly why people do go to work, and that's to make money for their families and stuff. So you would think that workplace bullying is a thing which you wouldn't expect. And actually, this has just reminded me of something which did happen when I was at secondary school, and it was away from school as well. So at work, I know a few people who were bullied constantly, whether they were like 50, but they were the butt of everyone's jokes, and it was hard to see, like 18-year-olds fucking bullying someone who's like the age of the dad and stuff. Oh my god, I'm making some bad choices here. But there is also someone to talk to. At work, you've got a manager. Like, fucking go and tell your manager what's going on. At school, you've got teachers. Even though you may be afraid to tell a teacher because of the shit you do after you need to do it, because everyone's like, you only live once. That's the motto. You live once, so what's the point in putting up with 3 years of hell out of your whole lifetime? Because most people live till they're like 70, 80. Some people, unfortunately, not beforehand. And it's a case of, do you really want a high percentage of your life dictated by bullying? Because I know a few times I actually, this game is going the wrong way with me. Let's try and get a goal anyway. But there's a few times I've actually go on, corner. Let's try and finish this. Yes, that's how we do it. Delicate lob over the keeper, and that is 1-1. So at school, there's teachers. Even though people think you're grass and stuff, would you rather get it stamped out, or would you rather put up with it and make your life miserable, going home from school miserable, sat in front of a computer, getting bullied on the computer as well? Because Twitter has a report abuse button, and they take that shit very seriously. Same with Twitch. I don't know about YouTube, really. I haven't really seen that. So anyway, I'll tell you about this story now before I do forget it. Now, when I was younger, I was in Air Cadets, Army Cadets, and I didn't go in the Navy one as well. Are we gonna win? Yeah, that's 2-1. And there was this guy in Army Cadets, and he was like a major. I can't remember the ranking system now. And I was only just started. I can't even remember what I was called, like what ranking term I was. I think I was just called a cadet. I wasn't like a corporal or a sergeant or anything. And this guy was like he was like the manager of the whole place, really. Because the way you look at it now, army and air cadets, it is linked with the army, but it's not fully correct. What am I doing? And keeper, get back in and whip that ball out. So anyway, I was working there, and I genuinely felt like I was getting victimized for being fat, obviously not looking the image which the army wanted, and this guy made me feel like complete shit, like making me do extra stuff compared to everyone else, and also just constantly on my back all the time. There was people doing other stuff wrong, but I was always the person who he took his frustration out on. And I was paying to be in this as well, and to get ridiculed by someone who was over the age of 40 while I was like 13, it was hard to deal with, and I actually had to get my parents involved because it was like really depressing me all the time, like getting fucking ripped to bits by someone who you would put your child's safety and well-being with, especially in a cadet system where they encourage young people to get like to mature up and learn life skills before well, maybe some people see it as a way of going into the army beforehand. So obviously it's an army-based task, and well, most people I knew actually did leave the air cadets, and nearly extend the lead, unfortunately never. So anyway, I got people higher up involved, the head offices, and my parents obviously got interviewed, and that guy lost his job because he was interviewed and found to be not just bullying me but bullying a few other people. So also when you are going to a teacher or a manager about someone, you could be helping someone else out who hasn't got a voice and doesn't dare go. But I would definitely recommend you speaking to someone and getting it out there, because it should never go unleft. And especially when I'm on Twitter and things, I will never personally insult someone's looks, the religions, and also the nationalities as well. You'll have seen me speaking to Atsy and stuff. Now, I have like mild humour with Atsy, but if anybody ever took offence to anything I said, I would apologise, and you'll never hear that come out my mouth again. That's that's for sure. I'm gonna sell him a chop that. Sold, whip the ball in, and Drogba's just let it bounce off his back like a fucking donkey. So this was really my experiences with bullying, and also like me looking at it from both sides, where I was a bully, and how it makes you feel like a cunt in later life because you've made someone's life miserable, and it's not something you want to hold dear moving on into your into the rest of your life. Oh my god, how's that not got him? Bicycle. Oh my god, I can't even finish it off. So it is bad you wanting to go into later life with a clean conscience, and unfortunately you won't be having it, because the only way I got to clear my conscience was actually apologising to people outside of school and in college and stuff, and it can be pretty embarrassing apologising for something you've done a long time ago. But just think, what you say could hurt someone else's feelings, whether it be on the internet, whether it be in real life, and you wouldn't want to be left with the consequences if they did do something stupid like commit suicide, like a lot of people do seem to do when it comes to bullying. And hopefully you've learnt something from me as well, and you're not the only people. If you are being bullied, you're not the only people to go through it. I can guarantee that 90% of the people watching this video will be in some relation to bullying, whether it be the bully, being bullied, or witnessing bullying. It just happens in everyday life, whether it be when you're dead young or when you're dead old as well. It doesn't stop there. So guys, that is the end of this week's Me, Myself and I. I really hope it's been eye-opening for you. Subscribe for more awesome FIFA 14 content. Drop a like as well, that'd be absolutely awesome. And I promise next week I'm going to come with a more uplifting section to talk about with you guys. And yeah, check out Electronic First for your MSP, FIFA Coin Stash for your coins. Hope you have a very nice Christmas period if you're going away with your parents and stuff like that. And yeah, I'll be back later on tonight with an episode of the Road to Glory Wage Showdowns, which is on its final stage as well. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time.